Yo, you ever felt like child support is a scam? No, I'm not excluding that you're supposed to be there. But was child support weaponized to fuck up motherfuckers? Let's just be real. Ever wonder what was the purpose of it? How was it supposed to help our community, our country? How could it help our families? For real. Yo, what people benefited from child support? Am I lying if I say the women that started, when the majority of the women started getting on child support, was the last that Big Mama was on the porch? Let's think about it though, because the neighborhood used to be like a village. And there a whole protect Big Mama because the gangs came out. Didn't the gangs come out around the time the drugs came out? Wasn't it a whole thing where niggas was like hitting the stoves and shit because we couldn't get jobs? These was like the kids when they stopped letting niggas get jobs and started letting women get jobs. Didn't that happen for real? But wasn't there like trains that niggas was hitting out the blue that had drugs and guns? Nobody got in trouble for it. Who you know in jail say I hit a train full of guns and drugs? Now I'm in jail. Or that's what I did time for. Wait, don't the most famous gangsters, ain't that their story though? Think about Rick Ross was saying he was getting plugged from the F. Damn. They was snitching too. American gangsters snitch. Get back to the subject. Didn't they say, we were talking about you couldn't get government benefits if the man was in the house? Didn't that happen to us? That happened to us. Don't women, don't act like that. Yo, we couldn't go back to mama house because you know how we had been like Jody. So where you thought we was gonna go? We couldn't get jobs. We had niggas couldn't get no pussy unless they had something. What you thought niggas was gonna do? Let's be real. Let's be simple about it. What would you do if you was a nigga? Your bitch kick you out so she can get benefits. Your mama won't let you home cause she got his life still. What you gonna do? Your friends getting money, nigga. No pops was there. What you gonna do? For the women that say niggas ain't shit, it's just an excuse, right? Just take a ride through the hood. That's the easiest motherfucking experiment. Take a ride through the hood, right? And look at all of those vacant businesses. Vacant businesses. Just use that. And vacant houses. All of that shit look like it happened around the same time, right? Now, think about this. If men was doing their job, they had to been doing their job around them times. Cause look at how many businesses and houses is burnt down. Look how many blocks is empty now. Look like a whole field. So, am I wrong to say there was a time where it was a bunch of niggas that was doing something that got fucked up? Cause it was the riots and niggas came through fucking up shit for real. Cause all of that shit looked like it happened around the same time. So it had to happen to some kids, some fathers, that some bullshit happened. And niggas had no choice but to do some bullshit, right? At the time that they got kicked out, couldn't go home, live like Jody. And then niggas was hitting the trains. Nah, on top of that shit, they started hitting us with the music. Because you remember back in the days, it was Gerald Levert, Al Green, all of them niggas, they were talking about love. Niggas was dancing, niggas was going from their soul, singing from the gut. Then it automatically switched over to colors. It switched up the gangster shit. Hip-hop used to be Everybody had to be yourself, and that's what made you so different. Now is, if you not like this, then you lame. Where did that come from? Because, you know, we don't own no companies. We don't own no TV. We don't own no music. And everybody is made up of mostly of water, right? So we got to go by frequencies. So music and TV is frequencies. So somebody's sending frequencies at you that you listening and watching, right? Who flipped from I love you to fuck you, I can do it by myself? Who in charge of that? Just think about it. Have you ever said some shit like this, right? Weed is a plant, but you can spray some shit on weed to fuck with some people. All that other mushrooms is a plant, but you can spray some shit on that to fuck with some people. All them other drugs, coke. You gotta put all that other shit, all them other drugs. That's some man-made shit. Somebody put some shit together, damn. So, if then nobody from the hood came out with them other drugs. That's why we were just smoking weed. And we went from regos, nigga. And I don't even know nobody that was growing weed in the hood. For real. So where the fuck that even come from? Where did the drugs come from? Where did the drugs hit first? I wonder why they hit us first. What was the purpose of that shit? Isn't that like experimentish? Look, but there go a couple videos that I done found that made me start opening my mind. I hope it can do the same to y'all, yo. Shout out to the people that did these, yo, because y'all helped me. I'm hoping y'all can help more. That's why I'm trying to send some more peace and love out there, too. But check this shit out, y'all.
I had two guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call
and it's usually
make DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on Moore, we see it on paternity court, but yet we say men need to be held accountable.
Got another good one for you. Child support was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court decisions are a judge's Achilles heel. It is their death knell. When you find Supreme Court decisions supporting your case, it's a wrap. Okay, let me read it to you. It's delicious. Okay, child support was declared unconstitutional in a Minnesota Supreme Court ruling for violating the separation of powers required by the Minnesota Constitution in Article 3, Section 1. Further, child support agencies' actions are also unconstitutional due to lack of probable cause. You don't even have to find case law. Just quote everything that I just said. Put that in a notice and send that to the clerk of court. And notate your case number if it's in the court, or send it to the child support agency with your case number with the child support agency or the court. It's a wrap. It's a thing of beauty. But yes, you can learn how to legally close your own child support case by holding the child support agency accountable to their own laws. It's just that simple, y'all. Go to my website. It's ameliasutton.com. Please remember to do